guys, this is Natasha. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. If you're new, hello and welcome, and hopefully you guys like my video. Hit the subscribe button and post notification icon so notified you every time I upload a new video. So today I'm bringing you guys online school tips, and I'm also sharing some of my favorite apps / websites I like to use for in-person school or online school. You can use them for both. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so this upcoming semester for me is finishing off my third year of college. We are getting old. We're getting old. But with that, I have done the end of one semester online because Miss Corona thing started in March, and then I did an entire semester online. So this fall semester would be my second complete semester online. With that, I have a little knowledge in my pocket that I'm gonna go take out and share with you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the first one. I think it's the most important. You need to have a schedule / to-do list somewhere visible in your room. So I always like to write things down, my assignments and the things I need to do for my day. And I did this when I was in-person school, right? But the second I started online school and I didn't have like a visual reminder around my room for me to do so, we started slipping. And let me tell you, online school is a slippery slope. And by that I mean it is very, very easy for you to fall behind, to miss a reading, to miss a Zoom meeting if you're not organized and if you don't have a schedule set for your day. So as I experienced this in the beginning of my transition from in-person to online school, and I saw that I was slipping down a little along with my grades because I didn't really know how to navigate online school, I decided that I needed a daily schedule / a to-do list. If you guys have seen my videos before, you know that I have a whiteboard in my room, and this became very, very useful to my everyday school experience. And what I did is that every day when I woke up, I go on my Canvas, which is the app / software that my school uses for online school. And through this, I looked at all my classes that I had that day and all my assignments. And I would go ahead and write this down on my whiteboard. So this helped me very much. It let me be on top of my work, let me be organized. It gave me an overview of what my school day would look like and all the things that I needed to accomplish that day. Before I did the whole whiteboard thing, I was slipping. Not that I was purposely missing assignments, but I would just forget things because there was nothing visual that would remind me. So I love having my big whiteboard with my daily schedule on there so I could have better control of my school and my assignments. I'll leave the links to my whiteboard and my easel, because I don't like having holes on the wall, down in my description so you guys can go ahead and check it out and buy it if you would like. Okay, the second thing I want to recommend is putting your phone on Do Not Disturb. Let me tell you, I have 1, 2, 3, 10 stories I could tell you about one time that I was in a Zoom lecture and I started scrolling on my phone. You just a little light scroll, just seeing what notifications came in. Oh, something popped up, I would just check it real quick. Next thing led to another. I was on my phone for 20 minutes and I had heard 0 things that my professor had said, and that is not good at all. You need to be on top of the lectures that you're doing, on top of your notes, making sure that all the knowledge that is being thrown at you, you can go ahead and catch and put it in here in your little brain. So putting my phone on Do Not Disturb for my school day was something that really helped me because my phone wouldn't ring and wouldn't buzz and I wouldn't get any notifications. So there would be nothing that would be pulling me over to my phone to check it constantly because it wasn't constantly buzzing. Just for the time of your class, just for the time that you're doing your assignment, really helped me be more productive during my school day and helped me get my assignments faster because I would have less breaks and I would just go on my phone when I had a break, when I had a lunch break or when I had a snack break. That was like my designated phone time. But when I was on my Zoom classes taking notes or when I was doing my assignments, phone was off. It was on Do Not Disturb. I was not answering it. And the consequence of me being on my phone and during my school day is that I would have to be doing school for a longer period of time during the day. So instead of finishing, for example, at 4, I would have to finish at 8 because I had spent some time on my phone early on in the day. So just being on top of my things to finish off early and just have the rest of the day to relax and have for myself and just like disconnect from school was very helpful. Okay, so the next thing that I highly recommend for online school is checking your resources. For me, it's specifically tutors in classes that I don't understand. So for example, I have physics this semester. Physics, we don't vibe very well. Like her and I, our relationship's a little rocky. And because of that, I checked if I had a physics tutor, and we actually did. So these resources are usually free. Our physics tutors usually have like some sort of office hour that we can log in into some Zoom call and ask her questions for anything that we needed. Just looking at your school and looking at what resources and free resources that they're gonna offer during this time. Specifically because we're doing online, they're gonna have more these resources online for you to access. So just being familiar of what your school offers. This is something that I definitely recommend you doing at the beginning of the semester, because if you're finding out of these resources and this extra help that you can get at the beginning of the semester, you're going to be able to have access within the semester. I'd rather you do that than finding out that you had a tutor the entire time and you have 2 weeks until final and this is the only time you're using this resource. So go on your school website, see what resources they have for you. They usually have them listed on the website, and then that way you can access them from the beginning and be able to have better grade at the end. The next tip that I have for you guys is organize your semester. So at the beginning of my semester, I like to print out all my syllabus plural. I like to print out the guide for the semester for each class basically, and then I take out my big calendar that I have on my desk. This way I could just be more on top of it and just know if I have any big upcoming assignments, any big tests. This is mostly for like the bigger projects to be alert of. I don't like to fall behind or just mess up and like forget about a test or an assignment or a quiz. So I like to go ahead and just organize my semester this way so I'm actually aware of the things that are coming up. So I like to put this not only on my big calendar that's in my desk, but also on my planner. So as I'm writing my to-do list for the day, I can see that I have a test coming up in 2 days and I can start studying in advance. Okay, so the next tip that I have for you guys is setting a designated study space. It is very easy to blur the lines of where you're gonna do schoolwork / where you're sleeping. I'm talking to those who do the schoolwork in their bed. It is a dangerous game that you're putting yourself. It's a game that you're gonna set yourself to lose. Let me tell you, the second that I answer my Zoom call in my bed, I'm not doing school. Like my eyes just slowly start closing, my brain just starts thinking of other things, and school is not one of them. So I would recommend setting a designated workspace, a designated school space to do your schoolwork then. Then every time that you go to that space, you know that, okay, this is school time, this is the space that I'm gonna do it. I have all the things that I need in order to do my school day right here, and then you're gonna be able to be more productive. When you lay on your bed, you automatically think sleep, relaxation. School is not one of them. No one goes to bed thinking, I'm gonna do school. You know what I mean? So by setting a designated workspace, you're just setting yourself up for success to do your work, or just motivating you more to do that schoolwork. So I would take some time, find a table. If you don't have space in your room for a desk, if it's your dining room table, whatever it is that you need, set a designated space where you're not gonna have a lot of volume, distraction, and just gonna have all the equipment that you need to do school for that day and for the rest of the semester. Okay, so the last tip that I have for you guys is try to incorporate things in your daily online school routine that you are able to do in your in-school person-in-person routine. So things like having a lunch break, or just going out for lunch, or going outside, or just things that would make this online school experience a little bit more normal than it is. I know at this time right now with the whole COVID, the whole Corona thing, it's crazy. School is definitely a different experience that we're used to. Just doing the little things that'll keep you in balance and just like basically sane during this will help you build a more successful semester, instead of like dreading the entire thing. I know we don't want to go to school right now. I know we don't want to be online right now. I know most of us wish we were in person, but this is like what we have to work with. So let's just try to make the situation a little bit better by bringing those little things that you usually used to your online school experience. Okay, so those are all the tips that I have for today, but now I want to share with you guys some apps and some websites that I like to use during in-person school and also during online school, just to make the school experience a little bit easier for you, because we're trying to work smarter, not harder, shorter, not longer. We're trying to be on top of our game. So here are some apps / websites that I really like to use. So some of these websites and apps you guys might already know about, but there's always 1 or 2 people that have never heard of it, and I'm gonna change their life right now. The first one, Khan Academy. If you guys haven't heard of Khan Academy, it's basically a website that has tutoring help in video format. So it can tell you anything about like physics, calculus, genetics, biology, like literally anything you can search up on Khan Academy, and it'll have a video and some practice questions along the way. I basically just use it for the video. There's just some hard subjects that I have a hard time understanding, and I like to have like a second opinion or a second way to be taught this certain material, because sometimes the way your teacher teaches you, like it doesn't go in, like it's not inserting, it's like going somewhere else. But then if you look at it in another way and another form that it's being taught, then it just goes in and makes perfect sense. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes the way a teacher teaches it is not the best way for you to learn. So that's why it's better to like have extra resources when you're having a hard time understanding things, and Khan Academy does that for you. Another resource that I like to use is Crash Course. If you guys haven't heard of the YouTube channel Crash Course, what have you been doing? Like literally, Crash Course is a YouTube channel similar to Khan Academy. Khan Academy also has a YouTube channel, but basically it explains everything in a very beautiful way. Crash Course literally helped me pass all my science courses. I'm a science major and we struggle too, you know, like a lot of people say, oh my goodness, you're so smart. And I'm like, sis, I'm struggling to understand. And Crash Course always has my back. There's Crash Course Physics. There's just like so many different categories that they have, and all their videos are beautiful. When I say beautiful, I mean like they're animated, they're insightful, like you know what they're saying. They have definitions pop up on the screen and you're like, this is freaking fantastic. So if you haven't checked them out, Crash Course on YouTube, you're gonna have a fun time, and they're really gonna help you pass everything. Like they're literally, they save your life. They save your life. Okay, so the next resource is called Photomath, and this is basically an app where you can take pictures of your math questions and it'll solve them for you step by step. So if you're really having a hard time to understand why it's being solved a certain way, this app literally breaks it down every single step. It doesn't go like tell you the answer. It doesn't just tell you X is 5. I'm like, okay, I understand X is 5, but how did you get there? You know, like sometimes I need a little step-by-step instructions in order to know how the person solved it, so then I can go ahead, take that knowledge and apply it to other math questions. So if you're doing math and you're having a hard time, especially algebra, Photomath has your back. It has your back. It's here to help you out. Okay, this next app is also to help you if you're having homework problem questions. Like some of these textbooks that they gave you only have odd number questions. Like what am I supposed to do? What if I need help in number 4 and you only have question for number 5? Like what am I supposed to do? Just not do 4? Like sometimes the textbooks are not very helpful in the answers in the back. So this next website called Brainly, I think it's called, really has your back. And again, step-by-step instruction. You can go ahead, type in your question, and your textbook question will come up, and then it'll tell you what formulas you need to use for that specific question, how you go ahead and solve it. I specifically used this last semester for physics and it saved me. Like it really did. It really started to explain everything and why I needed to use certain formulas for my physics class. So I would definitely recommend Brainly. Okay, so the next resource is more for studying. I like using flashcards to study because that way I know the information no matter which way it comes to me. Like if they tell me the definition, I know the word. If they randomize the information, I still know the information. Like I don't want to just know the information in order. I want to know it like no matter which way you throw it at me. Quizlet is very helpful. There's a lot of pre-made flashcard packs that you can use to study for whatever subject. I specifically use it for biology, for my genetics class, molecular biology, any class like that. I also really like it because it's on your phone. You don't have to carry like a whole box of flashcards and like end up losing some and then not even end up studying that definition. You can just flip it on your phone wherever you are, go ahead, do a little quick 5-minute study in between breaks, and I find it very, very useful. I used a lot of flashcards in my human anatomy class, and that class was not fun. That I really needed to know what the muscles were doing, what, you know, flexor, what, all that stuff, you know, and I would end up losing a lot of my flashcards. So I really liked using Quizlet, so I can just like go up and I'm like rectus abdominis, and I'm just like latissimus dorsi, you know, like all these things, and I could just like know which part of the body and just keep doing that. That's just one way I like to study. So Quizlet, definitely recommend. So that is all for today. Those are all my tips. Those are all my apps. Again, all these apps are free. Like I'm trying to share with you guys free, awesome resources that you can use for school, for online school, for in-person school, whatever you're doing this year. Hopefully I shared something helpful today. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment down below. Again, I'm gonna link my whiteboard and my easel down in the description down below for anyone who is interested in using that technique this semester. Hopefully it helped you guys out today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on any video you guys want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also follow me on my Instagram at natasha.matherin, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.